Whenever I buy a Casio, I have to admit, I have a thought. I think, oh, I like it. It's fun, it's an affordable watch, but I just wish it was a little bit better. I wish it had a little bit more substance. I wish it was an ultimate Casio for me. Now, perhaps I am missing the point when it comes to Casios because they are meant to be fun, durable, and just easy to wear. But I always think, oh, I just want a little bit more substance on my wrist. I want this to be a full metal ultimate Casio. And that's when SKX Mod comes in to save the day for me. Hello, you're watching James. My name's James, you're watching me, and I am talking about watches. And today I'm doing another modification on a Casio. Recently I bought the modification kit for the Casio Royale, my favourite Casio, and it ended up turning it into my ultimate Casio. A Casio that I absolutely now love in my collection, and I end up wearing more because it feels like it has a little bit more substance to it, has a little bit more weight to it, and I just enjoy it more than it was before it had been modded. And I've been enjoying this watch so much that when SKX Mod contacted me and said, hey, would you like to mod another Casio? I said, that would be fantastic. This time, it is going to be the Casio Oak. I'm now going to do a modification kit to this particular Casio. And I'm not just going to use their standard kit because they've got quite a few different variations available. Their normal sort of standard Casio Oak modification kits are around about 150 Australian dollars. This kit, the kit that I'm going to be showing you today and putting this modification together, is their Ultra kit. It is something a little bit better, but it costs a little bit more money. It's around 350 Australian dollars. And I have to admit, when I first saw that on the website, I thought, oh, 350 bucks for a modification kit. But then I thought about my modification I did to my Royale, and I had the same thought about that kit. And I absolutely love that kit, and it was absolutely worth the money. So I thought, yes, SKX Mod, their kits are great, and I'm really keen on trying one. And for that sort of price, I think it's actually going to be worth the money. But because this particular mod kit was given to me, you would have seen that sponsored icon pop up. I'm also going to leave a link to the SKX Mod website down below if you want to check out their range or this particular kit. But for now, I want to flip the camera. I just want to show you the kit very quickly and then jump into the modification. Now, having already modified my Casio Royale with a SKX modification, I had some high hopes for this particular modification kit. But what I wasn't expecting was it to be incredibly well made. In fact, as much as I like this one, it actually puts this to shame a little bit because this one is something extra special. The first thing, as soon as you open it up, you get this nice booklet, and I was thinking, oh, okay, what's this booklet? It's obviously the instruction manual. And what it is a step-by-step guide on how to modify your Casio. In fact, it looks like it's going to be so easy that I'll just follow it step by step. And not only is it sort of an easy thing, it's presented really nicely in this nice manual. And I think that is going to make this whole process of modifying this Casio really, really simple. But when I said it was an incredible quality sort of a modification kit, that is what I noticed as soon as I picked up the actual metal bracelet. This feels incredible. Honestly, this is great. I really like it and I love this watch, but wow, this is something next level. Also comes with the rubber strap variation as well if you want to swap between the two after you finish the modification. A different version of the internal chapter ring there, which I think has a bit of extra lume. Even another variation of the buckle if you want to change it out on that rubber strap. All the bits and pieces that we're going to need for this modification, including the case itself, a little rubber blower, this lovely little work mat to work on. So that's going to be very cool. That's something that I'm actually going to use in the future as well. That's quite nice. Polishing cloth, tools and finger cots. So everything you're going to need to do this modification. So now I'm going to move over to my desk to do this modification. So let's flip the camera and let's see how easy it is to do this. I'm expecting it to be really easy because of this step-by-step guide. But let's move over to my desk and let's modify this Casio to become an ultimate Casio Oak. Okay, so we're going to be modifying this GA2100 and make it the ultimate Casio Oak. We're using this bracelet and all the bits and pieces that we get within this SKX mod kit. Now, off screen, I do have the instruction manual here, so I'm going to be utilizing that step by step, but I'm going to have that off camera, okay? Now, I'm going to guess that this is going to take a little bit of concentration, which means I'm probably not going to be talking a lot, so I am going to skip through it, but I hope that you can at least see how easy or perhaps how fiddly this modification actually is. So, I'm going to get started. Enjoy my dum 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 music as I go along. Okay, nice, easy first step, taking off the strap off the original watch. Well, hopefully all of this goes as easy as that. Next thing we do is take off the case. Now we take the case off, just like that. I think it's time to put the finger cots on so that I'm not going to damage this watch. The old plastic versus the new steel. So the movement is now inside the case, but there's no crystal or chapter ring or case back. Let's see what we're going to get up to next. Okay, so this comes with crystal inside there, which is good because I was wondering about that crystal, thinking whether I was going to have to put it back on again. Thankfully, that's a no. Got the case back here. It's just time to do the bracelet now. So there we have the finished product. I'm really impressed. And what's really interesting, and what didn't stand out to me initially, was how do you use these buttons here? Well, we unscrew the crown here. It comes out, and then we press the buttons with the little crown. That's very cool, very interesting. Not sure if that will be slightly annoying, but you can screw that back in again. But then it has this sort of look to it. Wow, it has a real substantial sort of feel on wrist. That's really impressive. And it actually wasn't as hard as I was expecting. A couple of things that were a little bit tricky, but that was more down to me doing something wrong. Guys, thank you so much for watching this build. I really, really do appreciate it. It was fun to do, and thank you very much to SKX Mod. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad at myself because this modification kit was fantastic. The Casio is fantastic, but when I finished this sort of modification of this watch, I noticed a problem. I noticed that I'd left some dust on the dial of the watch, and that just annoyed me. I didn't take my time to ensure that there wasn't dust. So I took the case back off, I took it apart, got rid of the dust. Fantastic, fixed, put it back together. Then I realized that I'd put the case back on upside down, so I took the case back off, put it back on, fantastic, all fixed. And then I noticed that I must not have seated the module correctly that last time I pulled it apart because one of the buttons wasn't working perfectly. So I went to take the case back off again and I broke 3 of the 4 screws on the case back. I snapped them off completely, making it basically unusable now. Now this is not the mod kit's fault. This is my fault. If I'd taken my time and been a little bit more careful from the start, then I would now have this awesome modified Casio and I would be wearing it right now. But I'm not wearing it right now because I broke it. So I'm sad. I want to thank SKX Mod anyway. It was a great kit. I enjoyed the modification. I'm just a little bit disappointed in myself that I broke it. I'm going to see if I can try and fix it, but I don't think so. All those screws are actually snapped off inside that case. And I'm not even sure if I can set the watch back to how it was originally because I've already pulled that apart as well. But, well, let's see what happens. Either way, I had a bit of fun and thankfully G-Shocks aren't that expensive. But a tip to you, if you get one of these kits, take your time. And don't film yourself because that added another level of complication to it. Either way, I enjoyed it and I do thank SKX Mod because it was an absolutely fantastic experience and I wish I just had not broken it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to watch any more videos, perhaps one that actually ended up working out well, maybe watch this video next.